Just a part of it. Here it goes. I've been searching for a love like this, that kind and patient love I never thought exists. Still, I spent so much time running away from you, ignoring your voice. Still, you never left me alone. You're always in search of me. You never let me be. Unconditional love, that true and faithful love, no mystery can solve. Unconditional love, you are the Holy One, the precious Son of God. Ooh. I was living a life.
Welcome. The Will Smith family, back with the Thompson family. Tamara and Zoe, good evening. Welcome. Now we give a few more minutes for people to join on before we start. Hey Tasha, welcome to each and every one of you guys. Mr. Easy on the beat. Juba, welcome.
Unconditional love, the love that came and wrapped me from the precious Son of God.
Guys, go ahead and remember to thumbs up the live as you come on in, share so others can come on over. Hey mama. This is you nearly think it's too early. I'm here, just waiting. I'm trying to start on time so that way we can go through and I be finished, on time. As the girls, well, one of them is traveling and the other one is has school tomorrow. So I'm trying to stay within a good time frame where they're able to do what they need to do. Tasha, you were gonna call me to say I did not come on. Welcome. Oh, you saw the message when you pick up your phone. Good evening, Shade. Love you. Lady Andrea Reed, good evening. Yes, guys, remember to share. Remember to thumbs up the video and share so that others can come on over. Tonight you'll be hearing my voice just for a little bit, but you'll be hearing the voice of the girls tonight as we begin. So just go ahead and share as we get ready to get into the program. And I just want to play this other song right as we go on in so we can just get into that frame of mind. We talk about unconditional love. I know we're just gonna kind of just listen to the journey a little bit because realistically, sometimes we struggle even though we are in the phase. Go ahead and share the program. Good evening, Lady Stephanie Brown. Good evening. Welcome.
So hard, I just wanna give up. And times I feel so lonely, lost and empty. But then I met Jesus, who set me free.
All of you guys who have girls, you know how they go to come on this live. I just pull my hair back into pigtail and I'm on screen, but trust me, they're going all out to get ready to come on the screen. Can you imagine? The girls are getting, they'll be going all out with these edges and all of these things, to come on screen with me when I'm just here with my two pigtails. Encourage me, welcome.
Give me you every day of my life.
Yes,
Lord,
girls, I
give
tell you,
me
there's something about girls when it comes on to getting themselves together. Yes, I just
I'm
put
all
my hair
about
back
you,
and just
Lord.
galang. You
I
know,
don't
but
feel
they're here
fear.
titivating up,
No ready
titivating up, they're putting on
despair.
the. Like I said, one is
I
already at
might
the airport, so
struggle,
she already did her thing already.
but I know it's
And then the other one is right here with me, putting on the lip gloss, putting on the edges,
but you
putting
are
on
always
every
right
single thing that they can put on to come and screen. Man, can I tell you? Except that they have a mother who don't do a whole lot of maintenance. She just pull back the hair, put in her 2 earrings, and she's here. You understand? But they're here getting it all together. I don't know who they're looking to meet on the live tonight, but I guess, you know, every opportunity is an audition.
So, Lord, give me.
Yes, encourage me. Or they think they are cute.
Lord, give me.
Yes, Samira, you love when girls are girly girl.
Lord, I smile and I cry with you.
Oh my Anika, why you have to hit here? This is where I'm starting tonight.
You were always right there.
My brother them used to say
you never failed me. No, you never
of me. I've never really been a girly girl.
You never failed me yet. When I think of my life,
all in the night we used to wake up, turn on the light, and I think that's one of them. It's just that way. Turn a whole fashion show in the night. You understand, before she goes to bed. So I understand where you're coming from, Samira.
I worship you. Every day.
Low maintenance Mother Shade, yes.
I wanna be with you. When I think of my life and all I've been through, I can only give my all to you. So Lord, give me you every day of my life. Lord, give me you. Oh Lord, I worship you every day of my life. I wanna be with you.
Listen, Shade, you need to give away the mirrors.
When I think of my life and all I've been through,
Oh, Jesus.
Lord, I can
You said they can wear your clothes and your shoes. Trust me, be careful what you wish for.
So
Welcome, Cornelia.
give me you every day of my life. Lord, give me you.
You said when you do your hair, Tamara, you sleep on your face. Trust me, Anika, be careful what you wish for.
Lord, give me you. Give me you. Give me you. All I need is you. Lord, give me you.
Amen. Lord, give me you. Good evening to each and every one of you guys. Welcome to Faith Connection. Welcome to a chat with Tidra Bennett. Welcome, to the space where we come and we talk about everything that concerns us. We might be in the faith, but that does not eliminate, the things that concern us. It does not eliminate the struggles that we may go through. It does not eliminate, the things that we face, the things that come into our lives. But we do understand that, leaning on God, trusting Him, we're able to go through, we're able to overcome, we're able to do all of those types of things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to start the program. I am Tidra Bennett. On this platform, we will explore topics that most Christians do not want to address. We will have random talks. I look to you. I want the overwhelming
give me vision. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
This is Faith Connection with Tidra Bennett.
All right, so welcome once again. Welcome. We're going to get into the program. But before we start, we have to invite the Lord's presence on the platform. So, kind of righteous Father, we come to you, mighty God. We just want to thank you for everything that you're doing, mighty God, even the things that we can't understand, mighty God, even the things, that we have never asked for, mighty God. We just want to thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for this platform, mighty God, where we can come, this safe space, we can come and talk about every single thing that matters to us, mighty God, because we understand that they too matter to you. Lord Jesus, I thank you, for the two girls who made themselves available to come and share tonight on this platform, to come, and share about their journey, to share what motherhood means to them, mighty God. Lord, we just want to thank you for each and every one who's joining on this live. I pray that they will hear something, mighty God, that can help them in their life, in their journey, something that can motivate them or encourage them, mighty God, to keep on doing what they are doing, or to, strive to do what they need to do. Mighty God, we thank you for everything that you're doing in this season. We just want to tell you thank you. In your precious son's name I pray. Amen, amen, and amen. All right, so welcome once again, each and every one of you. Go ahead, share out the program. If you have not shared it. Hi, I'm Julian +4. Welcome, Cherise C. Welcome to each and every one of you guys. Go ahead, share out the program. Remember to thumbs up the program. So I'm gonna go ahead because tonight, I wanted us to talk about, or really, I want the girls to talk about what motherhood means to them. And I remember, I hope you guys would have remembered me sharing a story a while back where I said I'd prayed to God, I'd asked God. I've seen where one of my girlfriends they were struggling with their daughter. At this time, I was pregnant with my son. And she would go through things almost like she had her blood pressure became so high because of the things that she was going through with her daughter. And I prayed and I said to God, because I did not know the sex of my child at the time, and I prayed to God and I said, Lord, I don't want any daughter. I don't want a daughter. Give me a son. And if people know me very well, they'll always hear me say, give me a basketball team or give me a football team. I'll take it. But I'm not able to manage the girls because I don't know. It's almost like what I've seen is that the girls give a little different type of trouble than the boys. So this is something that I had prayed against. I said, Lord, give me son. And if it is, I wanted 6 children. I can tell all of you guys, I wanted 6 children. That's what I've always prayed for. I want 6 children, but I want them to be boys. I don't want any girls. And it's funny that here I am. Woo, it's funny that here I am tonight, with a title that says Meet My Girls. Meet My Girls, because even though I did not, have daughters, I only have one child biologically. I am a mother to 3 children. So I have 2 daughters and a son. Yesterday, don't want daughter, but end up with 2, right? End up with 2 daughters. So I end up with one 23-year-old daughter. So, and I'm saying all of this because it's almost like, to make matters worse, I asked God for no daughters. Then to make matters worse, I got big daughters. So I have a 23-year-old daughter and I have a 17-year-old daughter, right? Along with my 10-year-old son. So I wanted to kind of just start the conversation right there. This is something that I prayed against, but I would come to the United States and this is what I would run into. So you guys would have heard me talk already on this platform that you don't have to biologically give birth to children for you to be a mother. Sometimes children choose their parents as well. And I mean, I'm not saying that they literally do it, because the hand of God is always in it, but they know what they're looking for. They know what they're expecting, and they will reach out to whom they want to. So I'm privileged to have them right here. It's a struggle some days, honestly, because it is so hard when you have older girls to teach them, But I'm gonna go ahead. Gigi, are you ready? Gonna go ahead and add Gigi to the screen, and Courtney is right here beside me, but Gigi is traveling. You can come over.
Hi. Oh,
Yeah.
I see you got them edges laid. I
Leave me
see. I
alone.
see the edges are laid. Yeah.
You
Okay.
need to leave me alone.
That's what
All
took me
right.
forever.
All right, guys. So these are the two girls that I'm speaking about. So Gigi is on the screen. So Jeanette, and affectionately we call her Gigi. That's her nickname. And Courtney is right here beside me. And you see when I tell you, look, you see when I tell you she be fixing all of them edges be slayed. Uh-huh.
Always
So
24/7. Can't go a day without them.
so guys, these are my girls, and I mean, it took me a minute to come on board with saying that, but eventually I was able to say it. And this is where I'm gonna add. I know Gigi is at the airport and she's traveling. Welcome Maya. She's traveling, so I'm gonna go ahead and let see grandma in the chat. Welcome, young ladies.
Hi, Grandma.
Okay, so Gigi, you can go ahead and you can start out. What? All right, so a little behind the scenes. Gigi is originally from Haiti. So she's originally Asian who is living here in the United States. I had the pleasure. My first encounter with Gigi was at East Tennessee State University, where I worked as a program coordinator and advocate for minority students. So that's the first time I met Gigi. All right. So Gigi, you can pick up. What did you see in me? Thank you, Tasha. They are. Thank you, Tamira. Y'all are beautiful. For who's
Thank
not
you.
able to read the screen. All right, go on, Gigi. Talk a little bit.
Okay. Well, from whenever I met you at East Tennessee State University, that interaction alone to me was like, it felt like something natural, something that was supposed to happen, something that's supposed to be there. I remember whenever we were doing the most important interaction that I remember was when we were doing the fashion show, and oh gosh, my hair was not working with me and my clothes wasn't working with me. Like I was not able to put myself together for the fashion show. It was the African fashion show, and I remember you helping me with my hair. You did the whole sewing for my hair, fixed my hair up, and you gave me the clothes to wear for the fashion show. You fixed the clothes for it to fit me properly. You gave me the shoes. You put my whole outfit together for the fashion show and helped me whenever I felt doubt when I was with around those people. You helped me with my doubt whenever my self confidence was low in that fashion show. You helped me boost it up, and to me, that goes into the motherhood topic that we're talking about. Because, in my personal definition in my book, um, motherhood to me is a person or a woman in a sense, because it motherhood is the word for woman. Motherhood, parenthood in general is just male and female, but motherhood is for a woman. In my opinion, motherhood for me, the way that you acted towards me, that was what mother represent to me, giving me the confidence that I need, boosting it up for me when I needed it, reminding me, hey, it's gonna be fine, you got this, you can do it, giving me the, what is the word, in pep talk, giving me pep talk when I need it, helping me with my hair. That, to me, that's what a mother represents: someone who's there for you when you need them. They're there, like they're just there. and you were just there that day, and it was just like natural, and it was like it was meant to happen like that. And from that interaction on, in my eyes, you were that mother figure, that mother to me. And I didn't let it go since, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's 23 now, and I've had her since you were what, Gigi?
17.
Since she was 17. All right. So yeah, I've had her for that. And guys, just for the record, they do call me mom. They do call me mom. So it's not just, like it's a mom that they look at and then they call me teacher. No, they actually call me mom.
That doesn't feel
Yes.
good anymore.
So,
I mean,
so
you do
you're
everything your mother does, you know? Like, if I have a person, I'm like, meet the parents, you my mom. I'm going to say, you want to meet my mom? Because you're my mom. And
I'd be afraid to, but
that's what I mean, you'll scare them, but, you know.
guys, I'm not scary. Don't
you're
listen to these
intimidated.
girls.
You're
I'm not
intimidated.
scary.
She's intimidated.
Okay.
She's gonna intimidate you very hard. She's just gonna stare at you and be like, "Hi," and you won't even break a smile while saying hi. But she has the voice of like a mom that's where like hi, but it does not give the face. And then you
Yeah.
just sit there and you're like, hi.
Yeah. That's another part about being a mother. When the person talks, when that mother talks, it's like, oh, okay, I'm listening. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You know, it's like the authority that you have over that, you know, son, daughter, you know, that child. It's motherhood.
Or how like she says our names, like that's how we know if we're in trouble or not.
Yeah.
She has a certain tone of how she says our names. Like if she has like a high pitched Courtney, like if she goes Courtney, then I know
Yeah.
something's probably wrong. But if she just goes Courtney, then I know I'm okay, and she's just calling me to get something or something like that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Like,
don't follow these
uh-oh.
girls.
Like, uh-oh, what did I do?
Yeah, but yeah. So, Gigi, and I'm putting you on the spot because I do know you have another plane to catch.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and tell us, like, what was your before coming to me, before meeting me, before finding what you were looking for in me. What was your expectation of a mother? And guys, I think, can you permit me to share a little bit about your
Yes.
past?
Yes.
Um, so Gigi came to the United States as an orphan. So she was without family. When I met her, she was on her own because she had, what you call that, signed out of the foster care system. Yeah.
It's
Um,
when you age out of foster care.
okay. So she came out of the foster care system. So Gigi really does not have any family. So my question to you, Gigi, what was your expectation of what a mother, is like, or what that family, that ideal family that you're looking for? What was that for you?
As silly as it may sound, when I was looking for that mother, that family, I always refer to TV shows because I never knew what a family dynamic was like. Like, what is a mother supposed to act like, or like, what is a sibling supposed to act like? I never had that dynamic in my life, so I didn't know exactly what it was, but I watch TV and I see the interaction of, oh, hey, that's what happens. Oh, she's crying, and the mother comes, it's okay, everything's gonna be fine, and give them a hug. That idea was my perception
Perspective. Okay,
perspective
perception. Okay, okay.
of what a mother was supposed to be like. I wanted that caring, that loving, that everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna love you no matter what. You make a mistake, that's fine. We can fix it together. Um, you do something you're not supposed to. I'm mad at you, but we're gonna figure it out together. You can come talk to me about anything. Like, that's the kind of mother that I was looking for, because prior to that, the foster parents that I've had, I can name one that was very good, maybe two. The rest of them didn't have the definition of what my definition of what a mother is supposed to be. They didn't have that. A mother is supposed to feed you, clothe you, protect you, take care of you, love you, understand you, and scold you, and all those things in one. And I've never had that before. Before, if I did something wrong, it's like, oh well, they're gonna kick me out if I do something wrong, or I might as well just give them a reason to kick me out, or I'm gonna give them a reason not to love me because they're not gonna love me anyway, so I might as well just give them a reason not to. And around the time I met you, that was my way of
Mindset.
thinking. It took me a long time to realize that I can be loved, and you would love me, and you do care about me. It took me a long time, and honestly, it took Courtney to come into our lives for me to realize that I can actually say, "Hey, this is my mom. This is my mom, and she loves me. She cares about me." Courtney also helped me put that into perspective because the dynamic changed, and I had to shift my perspective and understand it more. And I think after that, I'm like, okay, this is my mom. This is what it's supposed to be like, and this is okay. Even though scare me and stuff, it's still
People they keep saying I scare. I don't scare them.
Just don't let her
I
lie
mean,
to you.
okay, like
Don't
you
let her
just
lie
like
to you.
you just stern, and it's like, okay, even though before I'm like, I can't tell her I mess up because I just feel like she's not gonna love me anymore. But now I'm like, no, I can tell her I messed up. She's gonna scold me. I'm gonna feel bad about it, but then we're gonna be okay later, and I understand that now.
Or whenever she says like she's disappointed, I hate whenever she says it because she longs it out.
Come speak loudly.
Because she longs it out, like she longs out the disappointed whenever she says it. So it just makes it 10 times worse, and then you just go into a deeper depression of what you're already in, and then you can't save yourself from it. So you just gotta.
Exactly.
Do right. You just
Yeah.
have to do right.
It's still.
Yeah.
Guys, I tell you this dynamic with these girls. Gigi Aiden says hi. Um
Oh hi, and I love you,
so with
boo.
this dynamic of us going in, and I want you guys to understand you're looking at three ladies from three different backgrounds, three different cultures. All right. So right here we have a lot going on. You have Gigi who's Haitian. You have me who's Jamaican, and then you have Courtney
I'm
who's
half.
African American. She says she's Jamaican, but that's okay. You know,
America.
she's African American. So three different mindset, three different ways of thinking, three different everything. No, I came in at that lag. Remember, I told you guys I'd asked God for not, I don't want girls. And then when to get these girls, I got them in a space where pretty much it's almost like they're unteachable because they would have been set in their ways because Gigi was 17, Courtney was 16, 15 when we got into her. So right now the dynamics, who have the girls understand the dynamics that I'm talking about with all of it right there. And I want Courtney to shed a little bit more light on what motherhood is for you. And you can
Oh,
speak loud.
okay. So motherhood for me, like I don't. Motherhood for me is like kind of different, I guess, from what most people would see motherhood as. Because whenever I turned 15, my whole thinking of what it would be completely changed. So like before I met my loving mother now, my thought of a mom was they're here but they're not here. So like she's around but she's not around. She loves me but I don't get to see her. So whenever I met mom, I was able to see that a mom is loving. She's there for you. You can you can joke with her any time of the day and she's gonna laugh no matter if she's mad, sad, or happy or tired. It doesn't matter. She's gonna laugh. She's gonna listen to what we have to say. She's gonna do everything in her power to make us happy, even if it doesn't quite make her happy. She's gonna tell us how she feels whenever. It doesn't matter if we're in bed and we're tired. She's gonna come in there and she's gonna tell us how she feels about a certain situation. She's going to she's gonna make us express our feelings because she wants to know how we're feeling. And we can't just hold it in because we have these experiences where we let them out and then everything just goes downhill. We can't do that. We have to let them out. So that's my.
Okay. So was this and I know you kind of shared a little bit about it that you're familiar in a situation where the mom is there, you have a mother, but she's not always there. Now, was when you came upon me, was that your expectation of a mother?
Well, I knew that I was gonna. I knew I was gonna be like, "You're my mom." I already knew that, even though you were intimidating and I didn't want to talk to you at first. I knew that you were my mom, and I was going to talk to you, and it didn't matter. But I didn't think that we would have turned out this close into the bond. But because I thought I was gonna mess up one time, that was like something horrendous, and then you were gonna be like, "Oh, I don't want you no more," and then I was gonna be like, "Huh," and then I've been back at square one all over again. But come to realize that you're gonna love me no matter what I do, and I just gotta come out of my teenage years.
Gigi, you're gonna interject.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I definitely agree with what Courtney said because, like, I don't know about her. I've given you plenty of opportunity to walk away from me. I mean, I've walked away from you, and you still. It's like you said, the prodigal son returns thing, prodigal daughter. You literally just welcome me back with open arms, and I've never had that. It's like if I give someone a chance to stop loving me, they just stop. And I give you a chance. I give you multiple chances to just say, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. I was so disrespectful so many times. Looking back on it, I am ashamed and embarrassed to even look back on that. But the way that I was towards you, blatantly disrespectful, didn't even care to give you an ounce of respect. That was so bad. But you still loved me anyway. You stayed and you still cared. It's like there's nothing I can do to push this person away. She's just gonna stay. And that's what a mother is. A mother's love is unconditional, just like God's love. God's love is unconditional. And a mother's a representation of what God is. God says, honor your mother and your father. And I feel like I feel that love that I get from God from you as well. And it's similar and it's in the same English. I can't talk. And it is in the same way. And so I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, English went away, so I can't talk anymore.
But yeah, it's so I want you guys to understand that all three of us are in uncharted territory. Gigi does not know what it feels like to have a mother. Courtney has a mother who's always absent. You understand? And I've never had daughters, so all of us are in uncharted territory. So all of it was like a process where we had to, like I told them that they too, it's not one way. The impact was not created one way going from me to them. There was something in it as well for me with them because I had to learn patience. I had to learn that long suffering that the Bible talks about. I have to, I had that because both of them in different ways, and they can admit it. They're over here laughing. That's why they know that I'm strict. That's why they're over here saying I'm strict because they have felt
No,
my wrath.
no, it's not that you're strict, mom. It's just like
She's strict.
no, she's not really strict. Okay, okay. Me living with her now, I know that she's not strict. She lets us do things. It's just that like
Yeah.
whenever we do something wrong, she wants us to admit that we did something wrong, and then wants to really
Accountability.
think about it. The reason how she gets us to really think about it is she tells us she's disappointed. So we
Oh
sit
my
down,
God, that
we
word,
think
that
about
word
it,
hits
and
so
then
hard.
we just and then we realize where we messed up, and you know she always wants to have talks about it, so we're gonna have a talk about it after we've already had a talk about it so we can really get down to what it really was.
Uh, all right, my girls here throwing out my dynamics out there, but
My
yeah.
favorite
So
thing,
all. Hmm?
I was gonna say, my favorite thing that you say a lot is choices and consequences. When you don't want to say anything
And
about the
she'll say
situation and you
choices,
want us to
and then
think,
she
you're like,
expects you to finish it.
choices and consequences.
No, Gigi, don't forget choices. You're supposed to say
Consequences. Consequences. Wait, it's three of them. Choices and consequences. Sometimes she said accountability, and she like really stresses the
responsibility,
word. No,
accountability,
accountability. Accountability.
responsibility, accountability, choices, all equal
Consequences.
up to consequences.
Yes.
Mm. All right, so they're learning. It seems like I am doing something because they're able to repeat some of the things that I'm telling them. But yeah, I didn't know honestly. If I was to say that I would know that I'd be sitting right here with two girls, I would say, it's a lie. And if it is that I was supposed to say, Gigi, and I've had Gigi first. And guys, I want to tell you that even though the dynamics, and it's hard, and I always ask God because I just feel like there's something there because I get broken girls. And I always ask God, like, what is it that I'm supposed to do? But when I look at it, there was something inside of me that wouldn't allow me to give up on either of them. So even when Gigi talk about her disrespect, and we'll go through it. We have gone through it a lot. Um, you know, and I've learned to just sometimes I just let her do what she wants to do, let her go into her feelings. And then I have this thing that I call tough love, that I give her tough love. So I let her do what she feel like doing until she's ready to come. But I shared this morning on positive vibration that some things you can't do on your own. So you pray. I do pray for them. I do pray for the girls a lot. I mean, I pray for all my children, but I pray hard for these girls because I know that there's a little bit more going on with them, than normal. So I do pray for them. But tonight I can sit here and I can say that I've seen progress. I have seen progress in these girls. So Gigi would have explained a little bit of some of what she's gone through and stuff. But I'm proud to sit here. You guys are looking at you're a who again? In the military.
I'm a what?
In the military, you're a who?
I am a specialist, 92 Yankee supply sergeant specialist in the military.
Okay, so
Got promoted.
yeah, congratulations, baby. So she's in the military today. She has now since own her own house at 23 years old. So there's a lot, and it's beautiful to know that when you are just sometimes as parents we just need to talk. Sometimes they don't want to hear it, but you just need to talk. You need to say what you need to say when you're saying what you're saying because they need to hear it. And sometimes you think they're not listening, but you guys notice that they can repeat everything that I tell them tonight. Welcome, Sister Izzy. Welcome, Lady Andrea Wholeness. Welcome to you guys.
And she'll say, I'm done beating my stomach telling you. And then that's how you know she's serious. So then you're really gonna put it in, and you're gonna be like, you know what? So she doesn't have to say this again, because you know she's gonna say it again. So she doesn't have to say
Yeah,
it again.
she's
You're like,
not done.
okay, let me think. Let me think of what I can do to fix his situation, to
Mm-hmm.
make this whole situation go away, even though it's not gonna go away because it's gonna come back up again.
Yeah.
But to make it, better than what it actually is, you're like, okay, what can I do today to make this whole thing go away? And you end up she makes you think long term of what's going to happen in the future.
Consequences.
Yes, consequences. She's always bringing up consequences.
But guys, trust me, I'm loving the talk because I really it's kind of hard to get all of them to sit in because sometimes we do like every family dynamic. Sometimes
We fight.
I have to be in the middle of these girls. Like in every family dynamic, and it's very interesting. I didn't bring my son on the screen because the girls fight, but my son has accepted the girls into the family, and he does not have an attitude towards, any one of them,
Wow.
sharing his mother. But the girls fight. So it's kind of interesting, the dynamics right there. But again, like I said, I do understand where they're coming from, and I have to put that in play based on how I react with them. But they've caused me to cry before, you know because I'm like, I've never been, I'm not biased towards either of them. I've tried to be very, very, equal in the treatment that I give to them. Some people don't think it is true, but I try to be, equal with all of them, not to create any bias. So I'm hard, just as I am hard on Ryan. I am hard on Gigi and I'm hard on Courtney. You understand? Because I have expectations of them and I always tell them. I always tell them. So I don't withhold. They want a mother. I give them a mother. That's the only way I know how to be a mother because I expect great things from them. Right? So they don't initially
Expectations.
initially I don't think they understood where I was coming from initially, but Gigi has passed through to some extent, so she knows, I wasn't just beating up my stomach.
Yeah.
I wasn't just beating up my stomach, just because of that. I wanted something good for them. I wanted something. Yes,
What's
yes,
the
Romario. Yes, Romario. Yes, but yeah. So I wasn't just beating up my stomach on them. I really, really had expectations of them, and they don't know because you see, and one thing I had to learn to do because I'm coming out of a Jamaican culture. So when when your parent is proud of you, when your parent, when they love you because they don't have to say the word, but the actions that is put forward towards you, you get all of that. These girls, I couldn't do the same with them. They wanted to hear explicitly that I love them. They wanted to have these hugs. Okay, okay, Tamara. They wanted to
deal?
have these hugs, and all of these things, and that's something that I had
You were
to.
not used to
I
it
was
all.
not used to it at all, so
Yeah.
I had to.
Adjust.
Welcome, Taylor family. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. So this is something that I had to work on myself to be able to provide for them. So I mean, no, they're able to lay on me a little bit more if they want. They're able to hug me, even if I don't
Yeah.
hug them back. I make myself available. They hug me
She's gonna say
and
you can take it.
everything. Welcome, welcome, Mama Melvina. Welcome. And sometimes if they ask for a hug, I tell them to just take it.
Yeah.
Because
You
I'm
say
not.
you're gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, just take it. I mean, just the other day, Gigi did that. She hugged me and she said, I thought you were giving me a hug. And I was like, but you already you took it.
Yeah, just
you
sometimes
know?
I'll just be laying down, like I'll come home from school and she'll be like, I'll be like, Mom, and I'll go in for a hug and she'll just be like, and she'll just
Yeah.
lay
Go ahead.
and I'm like, and she's like, yeah, just go ahead and take it because I'm not moving. And then you just take it. But I remember whenever I very first started like hugging her and stuff like that. And it got to the point to where they weren't just hugs. I didn't want just like a hug. I wanted like, to like, like love on my mom. And she was not used to it. I had to like reel her into getting used to it. Like I'd sit on her and just hug her and she like
Literally.
she and she just got used to it. But now that like I guess that we're used to each other now, I don't think I would done that in like almost a year now.
Yeah, but that's something that was a weakness of mine that I had to work on to be able to be effective for them or to give them that's what they're used to, that's what they're longing for. So I had to give them that. Go on, Gigi.
I was gonna say, may I chime in? I think that Courtney helped me a lot too when it comes to that hugging thing because I wasn't good at it either. If you remember in the beginning,
Oh,
I didn't like to be touched. Like, don't touch me, don't come near me. I didn't like it like at all. But I realized that's something that I did crave. Once I saw Courtney doing it, I was like, well, I want a hug too. Like, the jealousy part of me kind of forced me to be intimate and like, I want a hug too. Why can't I get a hug? Like, you love Courtney more than me. You hugging
Oh,
her. And
we
it's
heard
like,
that a lot.
but you didn't hug, you know? So it's like, it's not something that I usually do. So it's something different. But once I did it, I was like, I like hugs. But like, I think you've came a long way. I really do. I think
I
I
mean, I can admit, admit my flaw, and that's why I always tell you guys that it's not a one-way relationship; it's both ways. And I see my brother here is saying that that's something I noticed in our family dynamic. We don't really do hugs.
It's fist
You know,
bumps.
it's in our culture. It's not something that we really do, but you know that your parents care for you. You know that they love you. You understand? So you understand all of these things there, but it's not some that's not how we show our affection. Yeah, yes, Tamara, I realize. Welcome to everybody who's joining in. And see, he's saying it. We show our affections in the service we provide to each other.
which
That's
I,
how we
that is sorry.
go on.
I was gonna say that is good. Like I do believe that is a form of affection because the five love languages. One of the ways is through time or gifts or through providing service, like Mario said. I do understand that is an aspect of showing that you love and care about someone. However, when you really think about it in other people's perspective, not just like a mother daughter, but in other perspective as well, it's like how does that person like to be showed love? Like while your love language to show might be, hey, I like to give my service. Like I'm gonna feed you, I'm gonna clothe you, I'm gonna make sure you're okay, I'm gonna talk to you. My love language towards me, hey, I want your time. What can I have your time? Can I sit here and talk to you for an hour and you listen to me? Can I cry on your shoulder and it's okay? Like stuff like that. And I feel like you've gotten so good at it. Like I can come and just say I'm crying, and I just lay my head on your shoulder, and you just let me cry it out, and then you'll say, okay, what happened, and then we talk about it. And I think that's an amazing thing because you were already a mother, you were already in the motherhood, but you grew even more into the motherhood role because of the dynamic changes between Courtney and I and you. And I think that's a great thing. I think you're doing an amazing job at it, even though it's like not your common territory. I think you're doing an amazing job at it.
Oh, thank you. Now here's another mother-daughter duo that's right here. I admire. I said it just the other day that I just love. Her mother is always encouraging her, always motivating her. They're always in the space. So, Sister Izzy and Evangelist Melvina Thomas, mother and daughter. And trust me, she's always there to support her child. So that's a relationship that I really admire. Blessing to the Taylor family. Welcome, welcome, Sister Let's. Welcome to the platform. Welcome, Spoon N with Sunshine Homestead. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I felt like we needed to share it because we do have a lot of the time we're under the impression that family is only blood. But really you have three different, very different women sitting right here. Three different, cultures, three different mindsets. The way we think is very different between all three of us, but we're able to make it work in that family dynamic. So I just felt like it was very important that we came and we share. I wanted you guys to meet my daughters since I've kind of shared a little bit before that I'd asked God not for girls, and He gave me two girls. And two old enough girls. He didn't even give me two little girls. He gave me two big girls. So I felt like it was very significant to share it. To share. So
And she's completely changed each girl. Well, she's changed us in her own ways. Like I used to be more tomboyish. You really think I'd be sitting here if this was 2 years later earlier? I would have not been waiting on my mom. Well, my mom would not have been waiting on me to get done with my edges to come on a platform. I probably I probably have braids in and wouldn't even have my edges done.
Some slides and a big t-shirt or a
No,
hoodie.
I
A
would
hoodie.
not have had sides on. Now, the one thing that they can't get me out of is my Air Force Ones. They
Yet,
can't no, ever. No,
yet.
no.
But
They're
You
too
wore
high.
it with a
It's not
dress.
gonna work.
You
huh?
literally wore it with it. She wore that with a dress. Remember?
No.
Yes.
Like she refused to wear heels with that dress.
But I want it's one of the messages that I want people to take away from this platform is that, a lot of the times we don't take interest in young people. We don't take interest, and I want you guys to notice the dynamic. I met Gigi at the university that I was working. You understand? But I noticed her. I noticed her. She stood out to me. I could have picked up that there was something that she was needing somebody in her corner, right? So that's where I met Gigi. I met Courtney here at the restaurant. Here at the restaurant. So different dynamics taking place between all of them. But a lot of the time, we don't have we have this tendency not to care about other people around us. You understand? But I was able to, and I tell people all the time, there's this magnet about me. I'm very strict, I'm very stern, but somehow I'm able to pull these children towards me. You understand? So even though, and I always tell people, because sometimes we get slack in the way we train our children. You understand? And we slack off and we say, oh, I'm not gonna be hard on him. You'll be that friend to them and all of these things. But no, I provoke them onto excellence because I expect excellence from them. And I will always tell them they don't have the Bennett name, nor do they have the Turner name, but I always remind them, what is your name?
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, remember
Remember
your
what
name.
is your name.
Remember
You
your
understand?
name.
So I always tell them, so while they don't carry my last name, I am their mother. They have my last name. So anytime they go out into the public, they have to
God.
represent and remember who
They are.
they are, and remember their last name. And this is where we are lacking in a lot of our generation, because no, the parents want to become friends with their children. You understand? And there's a time and a place for that. They tell you, I'll listen to them, I'll give them their space for them to talk to me, and they can talk to me about the boys, and they can talk to me about the this. Of course, it's not going to change anything that I'm going to say, but I give them that freedom, you understand, to speak.
You got
Right?
me scared.
So yeah, yes, 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 Sade, yes. So I give them the freedom to speak to me about all that, going through them. And I will, nowadays, I caution myself as to how I respond to them, because I'm taking into consideration their feelings, but they still can't get me to come on their side. I'm still gonna share, what I believe in with them, right? And then I leave them, because I have a tendency to ask a lot of questions, because I want them to answer sometimes their very own questions that they ask me. So I kind of take a different approach in teaching them what I'm teaching them. And I do a lot of rote memory, like I said, practice makes, and
Perfect.
they will finish it. You understand? Or they choices, and
And
they tell me
consequences.
consequences. They finish the things that I'm saying because they know where I'm coming from. And I will turn to them and I said, then if it is that, that's my response, why is your action this way? So I go to them with a lot of questions, because I want them to be able to answer their own questions based on us having those conversations.
And what was that one that you taught us?
So
It was like, it was like, you were talking about, it was like something about a lazy sluggard.
I can't
oh,
hear
I
you, Courtney.
can't. I can't is a lazy
Lazy
sluggard
sluggard.
who is not willing to try. I've said that to Gigi several times. I've said that to you
Yeah,
several
you've said
times.
that a
Yeah.
lot to me.
Um,
Can't
so I
take that
do
out of your
give them.
vocabulary.
Because every time, I'm not a person who gives up. I believe in, and I've shared this today on another platform. You understand? If it is that there's enough hours in the day for me to do the things that I do, I don't feel like anybody else should come and complain about things that they are doing, because there's enough time. If it is that one person is doing it, that means it is possible for everybody else to do it. So the same thing with them. If I'm able to go to school and work, Don't come and tell me that you can't. You understand? Because it is quite possible. Somebody has done it already. You understand? So this is where this is where we kind of come in. I don't have the excuse. A lazy, a can't is a lazy sluggard who is not willing to try. I want you to try and fail. It is better that you try and you fail, but if you don't try, then how exactly are you going to know if you're able to do the thing that you're telling me that you can't do? So they know that there's no room for any of this.
You can't say the
You
word
know, you
can.
can't, yeah, you're gonna try. It's okay for you to fail and then we'll come again. But you said, Courtney, your lips are Courtney, your lips are okay. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Always from a mother's perspective, we are friends, but mothers first.
Versus.
Um,
I'm sorry. I
Courtney,
like
Nah,
that.
your lips are okay.
No, I keep putting on lip gloss. Leave me
This is
alone.
what let me
because you
tell you,
keep
let me give you a
checking
little
it.
dynamics
Yeah,
of Courtney.
keep checking it.
Yeah, let me give you a little dynamics of Courtney. Courtney is this person. Courtney goes to bed very early, maybe around 8 o'clock. So
Like a
around
good
5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock to six
Three.
o'clock. Well, three or no, you come home three. So about around 5 o'clock to say about 7 o'clock, she does a personal fashion show. All right. So she goes into her room and she get dressed and she comb her hair in all different styles and she put her lip gloss on and she do all of this and she pranced around. And when you look at her, and I'm like, Courtney, Courtney will comb her hair two, three, four times in the night before she goes to bed. She's not going anywhere now. She going to bed.
You know, it's
Right?
crazy. She never did that before. Like before,
No,
with
that's
way
what.
before,
Okay.
she was not like
So
that.
whenever I met my loving mother, I I was the type to I would dress up. Don't get me wrong, I would dress up, but I wouldn't be the one to do everything that I do now. Like I could literally lay out the outfit the night before, throw it on, and it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna ask my dad how I look, and if he says I look okay, okay, we're leaving. End of story. Now I have a whole ritual. Okay, it goes. I gotta have everything. I have a whole list in my room of what I need to do first. Like she has me into this state. Like it went from girly girl. It went from tomboy to not to wearing things that matched and not wearing my
Yeah,
actual like style that I wanted
with different purples.
to now me wearing the style that I wanted. I have to know if I don't like how my hair looks, I'm going to change it again. If my lips aren't shiny enough, I'm gonna put more on. And if I don't like the Air Force that I put on, I'm gonna put on the next color Air Forces that are similar to the other. So it just doesn't matter, okay? So I've just opened up to be myself now.
I
Hmm.
think I think that
All
that's
y'all
you
can
learning
make fun of me.
yourself and
But
Huh? Go on.
I think that in a way that's her learning who she is as a person, learning herself, and that's
uh,
okay. Like you have to learn your style. You have to learn what you like in order to find that niche, that thing that you do all the time. So she's just learning herself. It's cool.
She is. And I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just fascinating to me the effort that is being put
Yeah,
out to
a
go to
lot.
bed, right? And then in the
You have to go
morning,
lay
it's not
down.
the same. It's not the same effort in the morning, you
okay,
know?
so what happens is so I don't have to put in all the effort in the morning. Because you see, I cut down my hours in the morning because for school I used to wake up at 3 o'clock to get ready for school. Now I wake up at 7 o'clock and I'm ready by 7:25 so I can go to school.
I thought I was girly. It takes me like 30 minutes and I'm done. Fine.
Guys, you
I
guys
will
see what I
sleep
go
until
through?
the very
And
last
right
minute.
here, I can back off. I can take off my wig because the only thing I do is put a wig on my head and I'm good to go. I don't even, there's no makeup, there's no nothing.
No, you see, I don't
But
wear makeup.
I do.
there's no nothing. But these girls, they go through the whole ritual of everything. So when you're going out, you have to tell them some hours ahead of time for them to get themselves together.
And then you
And
can't do
and
black
You
people
know.
so
time.
right. So this is something that I had to navigate with for myself too, with having girls because I'm used to having boy. I have a boy who is like his mother. You understand? He will just put on his clothes and he's ready to go.
Which is how
No,
it
Right?
he's
is.
half of the time he's half ready. He just needs shoes half of the time. It's
Huh?
like I say half of the time he's already ready. He just needs
Yeah.
shoes.
Only thing he does is put on a different pair of pants, and sometimes if the
Yeah.
shirt is really messy or he's had it on for a few days, he'll change it, and then he'll go.
Mm.
And it's usually after church he does that.
I mean, from that to us, that's a lot of patience, like a lot of patience that you have
Yeah.
to learn. So it's like,
So, oh Jesus, when my mother type in the chat here. Okay, so
Grandma,
Sade say, "Mommy drag and go. Mommy drag and go. Somebody has to spend time in the mirror." That's true. That's true. Blessings, Maya. I see. Hey, Taylor family. Okay, y'all just healing each other up. All right, Carnelia, you're laughing at me, but Carnelia, I have a son over there. But this is my days with girls. So my mom is saying my daughter attract the broken because God has prepared her on how to help guide them to become unbroken. Mighty
yeah,
God, that's powerful.
I agree. I
Um,
think
but
that
grandma,
has to
you
do
are
with
not
your life
wrong.
story.
hmm?
I think that has to do with one of the stories that you shared, like in the beginning of Positive Vibration, when you shared your story. I feel like you had to be broken in order to fix yourself, or God help you fix yourself. And now you know how to fix us in a way, which you did. I mean, I'm not entirely not broken yet, but I'm getting there. I mean, I feel like you've done a lot of work with me, like a lot, like a lot. I mean, I have a house. That's that alone should say something, because the old me was living temporarily, like an apartment, and I didn't even. You remember that? I didn't decorate it. I didn't even put my dishes up in the cabinets because I was always living temporarily. I never found anything in life permanent, and so everything in my life was temporary. So, and then until I met you, and you're like, okay, we're gonna put these dishes in the cabinet. We're gonna put this here, we're gonna have couch, we're gonna have a table. And it's like then my life became more and more permanent. And you did that. I didn't do that myself. You did that. You gave me the strength, the ability to do that. And I think I mean, grandma's right. God prepared you for all of it.
Even though I ask him otherwise.
Yeah, we don't always
I'm
get
keep
what we want.
I want to keep reminding you. So guys, be careful what you pray for. Be
Oh,
careful what you pray for.
well, mom, you're the one who told me God don't always give you what you want. It's not always your plan. Just because you want it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. You told me that.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did. But I mean,
You
it.
see,
Go on.
God, I think what grandma's saying is right too, because not only has God prepared our mom to, you know, make us unbroken again. She's like she's helped us find ourselves. She helped us know that she helped us realize what we need to fix on in our life. Like me being rough, but also being loving in the same time. Me being able to not have to always fight or hold in my emotions. I can let them out, but I just can't do too much.
Explode.
Safely. Let the emotions out safely. Um, I guess I was ready because I want to tell you guys, that actually there's three girls, or I usually say two and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls that come my way, and I really had to stop again and ask God. I was like, what am I supposed to do? What are you doing? Because somehow I could not understand what I'm doing, because and I know the girls had felt some type of way at one point, because I think both of you in different ways told me that that I'm carrying your scars, and one of you guys can remind me of how you guys put it. They know that I'm tired. They know
Courtney,
that I'm tired because I'm carrying. I think you were the
that was
one that,
your quote. That was your
yeah,
quote. You
that
said it.
I'm carrying
I got a
all
lot
of
of
their
quotes,
I'm
so
carrying all of their scars and
Yeah.
all of this. So I didn't want to share certain things with you. And I'm
I
like,
love
it's
you.
my it's I said it's okay. It's my burden to carry. So I want you to share it with me, because I want them to live healthy lives. I want them to be able to live. The mere fact of living in itself. But if you have all of these baggages, If you have all of these baggages carrying, you're not able to live and live effectively. So that was my thing. So I do appreciate that they had the concern for me, but like Shade was saying, God knew that I can handle it. I want them to offload. I want them to tell me what is bothering them because I know how to offload the situation. So I want, my biggest dream for them is for them to live. I want them to experience life. So even though they have been through what they've been through, even though their circumstances has torn them up a little bit, I want them to understand that that does not define who they are. They're still able to live. You understand? And that has been my mission. I've tried to give them the best. I try, for them to understand the good things in life, experience the good things in life, to know that, they are not, they are worthy of experiencing these things. You understand? So they can have good things. I want them to have great expectations when they grow up, as opposed to thinking that, they are, belittling themselves, if you will, or they're not worthy of certain things. So this has always been my goal with them. So they may not understand, but when I take them to the nail salon and I say, y'all get your nails done, I just want them to understand that they are worth it. They are worth it. Don't worry about anything else. Get your nails done, get your toes done, whatever you need to do. Let's go to, the fancy restaurant and we eat and whatever. Eat what you want. I don't care what you order. Eat what you want. I want them to understand that they are worthy of all of this. So, I mean, at the end of the day, even though it wasn't something that I prayed for, I embraced it. And like I told you guys, there was just something inside of me that would not allow me to give up on them. I couldn't give up even when they mess up. I was not able to give up on them. So I have this little one over here who cried for several weeks when she messed up because I refused to quarrel with her. I refused to
It
yell
was
at
the
her.
worst thing ever. I've never heard, like, it was more than
Why?
anything. Like, I was like begging. I was pretty much like, I wasn't begging out loud, but I was begging for her to like be like, "This is what you did. You should not even." I was like, if she would have yelled at me, I probably would have gone over it like the second day. But no, it took me all the way from
About 3 weeks.
Yeah,
almost 2 months, almost a month and a half,
Okay.
almost a month
it
and a
was.
half.
It
I
was
did
the
some of it in silence because
But she kept coming and she said, "You're not gonna yell at me. You're not mad at me." No, no, I'm not.
oh,
Let me
just
just
get
say, when you are quiet, it is worse than when you yell at us. Like, it is like the worst part. Like, way worse than when you scold us. Like, 10 times worse.
like like
It's like, at
whenever
least you know you
we
mad.
ask mom, whenever we ask her mom, aren't you gonna like say something about what you? And she's like, no, and you're like, why? And she's like, I was like, aren't you mad? And she goes, no, I'm not mad. I'm just,
Disappointed.
ugh, don't say it.
That word hits
And
just
it's
not
how she says
right.
it. It's like how she does it. She goes, I'm just so disappointed. And
It's like
like
she's
long
looking for
out
the word, but
disappointed.
she
And it's the
knows what she's
only
gonna
word
say.
that she'll long out. She'll be like, disappointed. The
I'm
head shake, the
this
voice.
Guys, just understand that your
It's like
children listening.
elongated.
When you talk to them, understand that they are listening. They are listening.
It gives me nightmares at night.
If I had to say one thing about, like, mom, and you think we're not listening, we listen. Like, promise, we do listen. We may not respond in the moment. We act like we're mad in the moment. Like, why are you telling me this? Like, why? But in reality, internally, we are internalizing it and saying, okay, why are they saying this to me? And then we actually are listening and putting it into our perspective to see where you're coming from. I don't know about everybody else, but as me for a daughter, I do think about it after that something is being said to me. And sometimes I make the final decision the same way you said it. If you tell me something and I come to realize it was right, I'm like, by the way, I might not tell you were right because, telling you're right, I only
But
wanted
but
that. But
that's the thing that I want you guys. You guys think I want to hear that I'm right, or you want to say, oh, because you usually say that, Gigi. You're right. You're right. I don't want to hear that I'm right. I want you guys to apply the things. I want you guys to come into the understanding that that's the right thing to do, not me being right, but I want you guys, and that's why I changed the approach to come to you guys with questions. So I allow you guys to answer your very own questions, or
Give us a
you.
question for our question.
Yes, I'll give you questions and I allow you guys to come into it. So I'm not the one responding, I'm not the one saying it. You answer your very own question, and then you guys come into that understanding of where I am coming from. But I love when they learn, like when they come back to me and they say, Mom, the other day you said this, and that. And you know that
And it's just
you
like so you do have views.
so
You know how to wear
I love when they come into that understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
I have two daughters that always using my makeup, lipstick, eyeliner, and they do not even reach the age to use it. But I really love the experience with the girls. I can
Gosh.
imagine. They have their own stuff, so it's not like they're in my things. So
And
that's
not only
not
that, but
bad.
I stopped wearing
Sometimes.
mascara about how long ago?
Oh
And now
wow.
look, now they're just all natural flowing.
So she said he saw that you can manage. Yes, Shade. I love my two boys too. Yeah, I do love boys. Low maintenance. Boys are low maintenance. Hey. All right. Cornelia
That's
said,
that.
God got you, sis. Okay. Yes, he does, Cornelia. Like I said, there's just something inside of me that wouldn't allow me to give up on them at all, even when I should have. But there's a lot, and I always tell them, I always share with them that they say to me all the time, Mom, why do you always, like give us grace, in other words? And I turn to them and I always say, but if God gives us grace, if God gives me grace, why should I not give you grace? And I always tell them to apply that to their life. So if somebody, is doing them wrong, apply grace, because you have received grace. You understand? You are a recipient of grace. So I always encourage them to pass it along. I'm not requiring anything from them. They don't have to take care of me when I'm old. I'm looking at you, Rihanna. You don't have to take care of me
How
when
many
I'm
times you
old.
put that on, bro?
This is just the third time. Leave me alone. My lips are
Right.
getting dry.
I haven't
You
done
know,
anything this whole time.
but I want them to exercise. I want them to use the experience that they have gotten to treat somebody else in the same way that they were treated. So for me, a lot of it is lessons. I'm passing on,
Experiences.
nuggets for them to live
No,
by, principles, as I like to tell them.
Where
I
her
give
vines.
them, I give
Not the vines, but
what?
branches.
fruits.
Oh, fruits.
Fruits.
She said she's talking about fruits over here.
Fruits of the
But
spirit.
I want them to be functional in society, and I want them to always want excellence, because that's what I want for them. So I see where Taylor's family is saying that is a silent treatment. Sometimes you have to give it to your kids. It is rough,
Well,
but gosh, right? It
it
is rough,
works.
but sometimes you have to give it to them.
It's not
You
worth
have to
it.
give it to them. Um, yeah, sometimes you have to give it to them. Faith and chat. I go, okay. Pleasure, Moya. Thank you for stopping over. Ricky, welcome. Welcome, Ricky.
Sometimes they'll
So,
literally say, like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like,
mhm, okay.
okay.
Yes.
No, no, no. And then whenever like we tell her she's right or something, we go up to her and go, Mom, you know that thing that we were talking about last week? And she goes, which one? And then you
Which
tell her
one?
which one it is. And then she'll be like, yeah. And then you're like, you were right on it. And she'll be on her phone and she'll go, I know.
Yeah.
And then she'll and you're like, Mom, I don't want you to know. Just sit there and listen. And you're like, but I know I was like, Mom, that's not the point. That's not the point. I
Yeah.
just want you to listen. I don't need you to, tell me you're right. Because I know you're right. So there's no reason for you to tell us.
I've
Ricky, you're
maneuvered
laughing at
my
me.
way with
Boy.
you.
Mm?
I said I've maneuvered my way with you. When I want to talk to you just to talk and you not say anything and scold me about it, I'm like, hey mom, can I talk to you? And you just listen and not say anything in return. I just want you to hear me out. Like, okay. And then
And she
and
still
then sometimes
responds.
I'll be like, what do you think? But you're like, but you said not to talk.
but you said not to talk, so I'm listening.
I'm like, you said not
I
to
tell
what?
you.
You
I said,
see, that's the diff. You see, Now you see, she has two completely different kids here. Okay, so I'm the one. Gigi's the one. I'm sorry, Gigi, but she's the crybaby, and she's like, and she's, and she loves to feel like we're all together in a sense that we're all lovely in this family world. Me, I'm I'm rambunctious, funny. I dance multiple ways.
Don't
I'm
forget you don't know how to dance in the square.
they're always making. And Gigi's really the easiest one to make fun of, but we get both get made fun of, but I'm the one that'll fight back on it. Um, I'm
I'm
the
the one that'll
family
cry and
Hulk.
run away.
I'm the family Hulk. I have that belt around my waist, and then and then Gigi's the military theme, and then I'm the one that wants to help people. We both want to help people, but we want to help people in different ways. Um, I can't get along with kids that well.
And I love
Gigi
kids.
Gigi loves kids.
I'm
Gigi
one
will
of them. So
probably kidnap 20 kids and they
yeah.
probably won't tell nobody. Now, if I kidnap 20 kids, they're gonna tell. They're gonna try to run away. But
Yeah.
Gigi gets along with our cousin Aiden better than I do.
I play
Like
with them like I'm a kid.
she plays with him like he's a kid.
Child. Excuse me.
I'm the rough player. They all know that I'm the rough one. Whenever they play with Gigi, Gigi will let them beat up on them. Me, I beat them up.
Because I
So
don't want
Ricky,
to be a
You
cry.
want these two? You guys see what I go through? Do you want these two, Ricky? Because you'll be saying that kids are awesome over here.
I'm sorry, Ricky, but you can't have us. We're already taken.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of us, no
We
matter
good
how
up
hard you
there.
try.
Oh Jesus.
We'll
But
lock us ourselves up in the basement.
but this is what I'm talking about, you know.
And
Yeah, I wanted six, Ricky. Hey, it's okay.
I'm fine with
But
my siblings. I don't need no kids.
and that's another thing. I wanted six children, and I have three
you're getting it. You're
out of the six. So you know, at
Three
the
and a
end of
half.
the day, I was telling God that I'm telling God that I didn't want girls, but here the girls be adding to the count that I'm supposed to have. So I'm getting ready to wrap up so you can go to bed.
Yeah, because you know
But
I'm a
getting
single
it.
mom. You know this
you
is
know,
past my bedtime.
I want you guys to understand that these girls, I never made an a definite effort to tell them to come be my daughter. Come and be all of this. And that's where I was getting to when I tell you that sometimes children will choose who they want to be their parent. You understand? And it's interesting because there's me. I am 34, Gigi is 23, and Gigi did not choose my mother. She chose me. You understand? So, I mean, if you really look at it, I guess so, Tamara. I guess so because
Grandma just gives off grandma vibes. Like grandma,
She does though,
like
because she's so like
if
sweet
I
and
go into the
kind.
store with grandma right now, I know if I pick up a bag and I'm like, hey grandma, I want this, she's gonna be like, okay, put it in the basket. I'm gonna put it in the basket,
Exactly.
go home, and be like, mom, look at my new bag. You're gonna be like, grandma got it for you, didn't she? And I'm gonna be like, yeah. With you, I know that like I'm hide if I don't need it, like
you're not getting
desperately
it.
need it,
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. If it's
You
like
have too many
here,
stuff.
if it's like a snack or something, I might be able to get it. Or like lip gloss or something like that, I might be able to get it. But if it's hair products,
You
no.
have too
Unless
much.
like I'm dry and like out of it, no. If it's um clothes that I don't need, no. If it's shoes that I definitely don't need, no. Just go
You
ahead
gotta
and
do what you gotta do like I do. Just don't say anything about it. I like
Ah,
bought a bunch of
right,
clothes.
right. That's it, Tamara. You have to separate the needs from the wants. And like I said, they don't understand that in every for me, every situation is a teaching moment.
Every
They just don't catch on to it, but every situation
no,
is a
mom,
teaching moment.
mom, we do catch on to it. We just don't want to don't want to take it.
So ah, yeah, so it's a teaching moment. So you understand? So at the end of the day, we have to strategize. So we have to prioritize and go from there.
Yeah.
And you always
Sister
get
Izzy love children as well.
and you see, mom always she always gives us like these. I don't think I had like a real birthday party, like something that made me like absolutely excited to come to until I was 16 years old and I had my sweet 16 birthday party. Mom went all out for this party. I told her what I wanted and I got everything. I had lights everywhere. It was just I had my own table. My best friend came. It was just like the night that I will literally talk about that day until I'm probably dead. Like most likely, I'm gonna be like, "Mom, you remember that time you threw me that 16th birthday party?" You're gonna be like, "Courtney, you're 25."
Oh, you
Ah,
didn't know.
hi, Shamara.
For my 17th birthday, she took me to Hilton Head. Like she just gives me these moments that I'll never be able to forget. More things that I've done with probably anybody in my life. And the one person that if it wasn't for my dad, I probably wouldn't know my mom today. I would probably have never have met her. If I wouldn't have went to go live with my dad, I wouldn't have met my good old mom. And
Everybody
I
stories.
would have probably, not gonna lie, I'd probably be like super depressed. My, I would probably have like a messy room. Worse than anything I've ever had. They'd be, and I probably would never come out. My dad would probably be calling the suicidal wards and everything. Like it would just, but she is everything I need.
Yes, that's true, Stephanie. Love is all that matters for real.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You see, we can stay here all night and we can talk, but this one needs to go to bed because she has school in the morning.
And I'm getting old, so this
And
is kind of past my
yeah,
bedtime.
and she's a perky. She's Perky the Parakeet. She can talk. If you leave
Perkeisha.
her alone, she will talk your ears off.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because I'll forget in 20 minutes. So
I want you guys to understand. I just thought I needed to share. Just it is so important for us to understand that we can look out of the normal spectrum, the blood relationship, of being a parent or being a mother, and I'm broadening it to being a parent. You can look outside of that. There are children out there who needs to be impacted, and I don't know if you guys see what was coming out of this, but this was impact. So even though they look to me as a mother, they are speaking about how their lives, um if you're going to eat if you're going to eat all of it, elaborate.
where are we? Oh, the rest of the food that's over there.
um
Food. I'm gonna go and
Yeah,
try.
but so you guys can look out of it. There are a lot of children out there who needs to be impacted. And I want us to take that opportunity. Sometimes even though you say you don't want anymore, you don't want this, just give them time. Sometimes that's all they need. They just need the time of day. They just want somebody to listen. They just want somebody to be there in their corner that they can call on. Sometimes there's not a great requirement from you, but you can just avail yourself to be that person, that be that mentor. And they always, I saw a quote the other day that says that if it is that you are a person who doesn't have a mentee, you need to go out there and look for a mentee. And if you're a mentee without a mentor, go ahead and look for a mentor, because what relationship is important. You understand? I heard Priscilla Scherer said that in every situation, there's always a woman in the front and there's always a woman in the back, and you will be in the middle. You understand? So you're always looking to somebody for experience, wisdom, and somebody is always looking to you for that experience and that wisdom. So I want you guys, to understand. Shade, so not one more child, mentor. Oh, right. But it doesn't matter. It's the thing about it is impact. You're creating impact. So however you go about it, just ensure that you are impacting somebody else's life. You got to go.
No, I was gonna say whenever. Can I say one
Go
thing
on.
before you close out? I was gonna say to anybody on here, or who's not on here, who sees this after it's recorded. I think it's important for you to know that for people like me, like myself, for young women like myself, just because we're pushing you to your breaking point doesn't mean we don't want your love. That is our way of seeing, do you actually care about me, or are you just like the last person that said they care about me and they're just gonna like throw me away like the last person did. So I say, have patience and give them a chance and wait for them. If they're gone, they leave, they storm away, get mad, wait for them, they'll come back. Once they realize that you're there to stay, they'll hold on to you and they won't let go. But you have to show them that you're there for them. You're not gonna give up on them like everybody else in their life have. You have to give them that. If you are one of those people on here or watching it later.
Okay. You had to share your experience, huh? Just wait. And that's what I got. I got that patience. I had to learn patience. So that's what the girls taught me. Yes. Oh, Sister Izzy, trust me, I am the epitome of patience. When you say patient, little sister, patient, I am the epitome of patience. But like I said,
I'll be dead by now if you didn't say.
looking back, I'm enjoying the growth that I'm seeing in the young ladies. And I mean, like anything, if you're in business, if you're in ministry, you build this type of thing, and at the end of the day, you want to see how it matriculates. And I'm at that moment, Courtney probably not yet, but I've seen a little growth in her as well. But Gigi, I've seen a lot of growth in her, where she wants to live, literally and figuratively. She where she wants to live. So I've seen that growth. I see where she wants to be better. That better person, that better version of herself every day. I'm seeing all of these.
Oh, don't make me cry, okay? You know I'm a crybaby.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean I've seen your growth and I can, admit all of that.
Don't
I've seen
cry,
the growth.
Gigi. Come on
I'm
now.
She's
trying.
the crybaby, so let's allow her to cry. It's okay. So I mean, she's given me quite a few proud moments when I went and she's graduating from the army, and she's doing all the little things, and I'm there. I'm her only representative there, and I'm on cloud 99. She's a lot of the time she doesn't know, but I'm watching her growth, and I always tell them, I tell all of my children, I don't want their mouths to tell me anything. You understand? I want their
Action speaks
actions.
louder than
I want
words.
their actions to tell me. I don't want them to tell me that they're changing. I don't want them to tell me any of this. I want to see it in the way that they act. And this is something that I've always instilled in them. Don't tell me, don't apologize to me. If something goes wrong, don't apologize to me. I want you to show me, that you are sorry. I want you to show me that person that is becoming better. I don't want to hear the words out of your mouth. I want to see it in your actions. And these are the things that I instill in them. And I know sometimes they think I'm coming from a tough place, but I do believe they've come to understand that it's all out of love. So these are my girls. Meet my girls. Gigi and Courtney. So
Fly and let's fly.
yeah, so this is what it is. We do have our little dynamics. We learn, each one of us can teach each other, and we can learn from each other a lot of things. So she's at the airport, so I guess she just have to use her hands,
I'm
you
trying not
know.
to.
But yeah, so I want you guys to just understand that you don't have to literally biologically have a child to create impact, but every child that we come in encounter with, let us do something. Let them see in us that characteristics that cause them to understand that love can be genuine, to understand that there's something called unconditional love. I want them to understand that even though they weren't able to get it from the persons who brought them here, they're able to get it from somebody else. That love is out there. And I do thank God that my love is enough, for them. I do thank God that I'm able to make impact on them where they want to do better. And we're still in the stage of writing the story because we all still have a lot to learn. Um, but we are moving, we're making progress, and we're moving forward. I'm at a space where I can say I am proud of their developments. They're developing into young ladies. So sooner or later, I'll be able to let them go and not worry too much about them.
Oh,
They're able to make those right decisions, understanding that every choice that they make have
look,
consequences.
I don't care if I got money or not. I've already told you this, Mom. I'll be 35 living in your attic. She's not getting rid of us. I don't know why she keeps trying to play us as if she's getting rid of us. Like if we're not gonna follow her wherever she goes, because like she's the only one that I feel like own actually like tries to understand where we're coming from. Even if we gotta like drill it into her head some way or another, she's still going to understand. She's gonna be like, I feel you, but I don't understand, or I understand, but I feel you, or I don't understand, but and I feel you. Or she'll just like she'll try her best to get what what we need, like more than what my actual mom was trying to do. She does. I've seen things that I never had before she gave to me, and I was a little confused until I realized that that's what moms do. So,
Right. So, yes, guys, this is our story.
our trio.
This is our story.
And
Three different, uh,
they made me cry in the airport.
on screen with 14,000 people watching.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
it's okay.
What do you mean?
No, I always just double the numbers. It's
Woo!
okay.
I was about to say, Mom, my heart just jumped.
But I just felt like it. I don't know who needed to hear, but I felt like this was what I was supposed to share. And I just want people. I know it is a beautiful story. I know the Lord's hand is in it, and that's what I want people to see. That even though it can work, different backgrounds, different nationalities, different um, every different everything that you can think about with us, but we are able to find that common ground, to support each other. So even though they look to me as a mother, I'm there as that support. I'm able to advocate for them. So I'm right there with them in whatever it is that they are going through. Even though they were broken, they were broken. I am here to show them that it does not define who they are. They can pick up all of those broken pieces and move forward. So I did come into what the Lord has called me for, why He has given them to me, and I've embraced it, even when the situations get hard. And if you guys remember, Give Me You, when it says sometimes I struggle, but I know it's okay, you'll see that the two girls are right there because sometimes it really is a struggle. But I remain firm, and whatever it is that I cannot handle, I give it to God. Whatever it is that I cannot handle with them, I give it to God. And I trust God that He will help me. So, if I don't see the changes today, and I always tell people, you can't expect somebody to change 3 days later or 2 days later. This requires time, it requires investment. And I was willing to put in the work, I was willing to invest in them. So that's my prayer to for you guys tonight, that if you see somebody in your community, see a child in your community, or you encounter some sort of child somewhere, or somebody, young people, just invest in them, give them that yeah, you give them that time, give them that space, where they can come on in and feel that love, because sometimes we don't know what's going on at the homes that they're in, if they're even at a home. So sometimes just give them that time, and they will talk to you. They can sort out, like they can tell. if this person is really there for them, they're able to do that because they have been through so much. So let us just be that person. And scripture tells us that all the time. Our sole purpose is to be servants. You understand? So let us start serving with our young ones. And this is something that has been on my heart because I'm just scared of us losing a generation. So we ought to make ourselves actions, live that gospel life, mean that we need things need to be displayed in our behavior, in our actions. You understand? Not so much our words, because our words can say something and we do something else. But these children need to see things in our actions, that unconditional love, that they understand that even when, and that's the biggest thing I wanted them to take away. Nobody condemns you. You understand? You may make a poor choice, but nobody condemns you. Come back. You understand? Don't leave. If I didn't throw you out, don't leave. You understand? That means that I want you guys, to always trust me, always come to me with things, always tell me what's going on. And rest assured that even if I yell at you in the moment, even if I point out that you're going wrong, it does not take away the fact that I genuinely love you. All right. And it's on that note that I'm going to leave it. Right. So these are my girls. Meet my girls. Um, Sister Izzy said, forward ever, backwards never. It helps. It gets better with time. Yes. Mama T is saying tonight is a wonderful night. Keep up the good work. Blessings to you and your family. Thank you, Mama T. Hero, which is Mark, is saying it was beautiful.
Hi, Mark.
Oh,
The
hi.
Taylor family said, I really enjoy the story. You guys are so amazing. Wonderful parenting. Thank you. It is not me, but
There you go.
it's God.
Don't do that, Gigi. You
Great
can't do
program
that.
tonight, Sister Teacher. Keep up the great job, hon. May the Lord continue. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Izzy. And Ricky said, talk truth. Sis Izzy, Sister, I'll play it. I'll play the song. I'll play the song for you,
Oh no,
Sister Izzy.
don't forget, Mom. I know the words.
Oh, so you're going to sing it? And it takes a little love, time, and patience. That's it. That's it. And we have it. We have the love, we have the time, and we have the
And,
patience to
and
do
you
it.
don't have to look far in your community. You find them. You don't have to look far.
Mhm. No perfect people. Love and blessings, Mom and Dad. Love and blessings, Lady Stephanie. Thank you for your support. Hero, give us the heart. Have a blessed, safe, and wonderful night. Yes, you too, Sister Izzy. Thank you guys for coming over. She says, sing unconditional love,
Yes.
unconditional love, unconditional love. You are the hey, the precious Son of God.
I,
Right. So
I like the rapping
I
part.
can hear Aiden now.
nothing can separate me from the love of God. No troubles, no hardship, no persecution. No, not a thing can. I will never change. Unconditional love, unconditional love. And that's what we're talking about tonight, unconditional love. We're talking about that
Yes.
unconditional love. God give it to us. Let us not keep it to ourselves. Let us give it to somebody else. That'll work. Okay, yeah, I'll play the song after. But guys, thank you for coming over. Thank you guys. Thank you, Taylor family. Thank you. Yes, Sister Izzy, I have backup singers tonight. Yeah. So yeah, and I know, yes, Shade, that you love this song, and thank you, Taylor family. Um, you know, so yeah. So I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming over. Thank you over for staying. Thank you for listening in on the story that we had to share, and I truly hope that somebody has been blessed tonight. I truly hope that somebody heard something tonight, that can make their family dynamics better, that you'll be prompted to just pour out some love on somebody else. Um, tonight, as you get into understanding what the Lord means when it says to love each other. When He tells us to love each other, just just pour it out on somebody else. All right. So I'm gonna take you guys out with this song. Give Me You, and I'm gonna go ahead and play
Give
the.
me you.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the video. Run
I
the
love
tune.
that song.
Wonderful program, sis. You're
Everything
doing an
else
amazing job.
away.
This shows unconditional love.
Give
Yes.
me
Good
you.
night. Good night, Sister Melvina, Mama T. Thank you very much for coming over. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and share. Gigi, be safe.
Yes.
Let me know when you get in.
I will, and I'll share my location once I land in.
All right. All right. Have a good night.
Bye. I love you guys. Thanks for
Love you
letting.
too. All right. So I'm gonna share this song. Give Me You. All right. Here goes nothing. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes life can be so hard, so hard. I just wanna give up. And times I feel so lonely, lost and empty. But then I met Jesus, who set me free. I felt peace, oh, I was redeemed. Oh Lord, I worship you every day of my life. I wanna be with you. When I think of my life and all I've been through, I can only give my all to you. So Lord, give me you every day of my life. Lord, give me you. Now I live a life of truth. I'm all about you, Lord. All about you, Lord. I don't feel fear, nor any despair. I might struggle, but I know it's okay. It's okay. I may fall, but you are always right there. Oh Lord, I worship you every day of my life. I wanna be with you. When I think of my life and all I've been through, I can only give my all to you. So Lord, give me you. Give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, I smile and I cry with you. I fail, but you never let go. You are always right there. Lord, you never fail me. No, you never fail me. No, 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 no. You never fail me yet. When I think of my life and I think about you, I wouldn't have it any other way. Lord, give me you. Oh Lord, I worship you every day of my life. I wanna be with you. When I think of my life and all I've been through, I can only give my all to you. So Lord, give me every day of my life. Lord, give me you. Oh Lord, I worship you every day of my life. I wanna be with you. When I think of
of my life. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Give me you. Give me you. All I need is you. Lord, give me you. Give me you. Give me you. All I need is you. Lord, give me you.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night to you guys. Love and blessings to each and every one of you. And remember, in everything, keep God in the process, keep Him in the process. And, everything will work out good. Everything will be all right. So, love and blessings to all of you guys. If you're interested in my songs, you guys can just check me out at Tidra Bennett. So, my full name, Tidra Bennett, and the songs are over on that platform. Or you guys can look on the Faith Connection, it's there under my playlist as well. All right. So love and blessings. Have a wonderful night. And just remember to showcase some love. This week, that's my task for you. Share some love. All right. It is enough. And there's enough for everybody to get some. All right. So love and blessings. Good night. Until next week.